Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you. This is a timeless collective reading for whoever needs to hear it, so if the message resonates, then it's for you. All right, I am filming this on the very last day of 2024. Hard to believe, but here we are. And yesterday was the new moon in Capricorn. So the new moon energy is very present right now, as is this kind of threshold energy that just comes with being on the brink of something totally new. And I have been receiving some messages from Spirit about what's happening right now and what we can expect going forward. So I'm going to quickly share that with you first, and then we'll go into the cards. So I've been feeling like these last few days of 2024 are distinctly different than the rest of the year. It's almost like Spirit has put us in some kind of bubble. And this bubble is really a window of opportunity where the energies are supremely supportive of us getting a lot done, but very specifically tying up loose ends, clearing out, cleansing out, releasing. I'm hearing clean sweep, and just generally getting ready for what is coming. Because what is coming is unparalleled expansion. Never before seen expansion. This expansion is going to start landing, I'm hearing, very quickly. I'm getting within the next 4 weeks. So that's by the end of January, which is really fast. So we need to get ready. I just keep hearing that over and over again. Spirit just keeps saying, get ready, get ready. Get ready to receive. And you get ready to receive by making space. So this is the prime time to release, physically, energetically, both. I'm seeing somebody with a broom cleaning cobwebs up in the corner of a room. I'm seeing somebody put an item in a box and then put that box on a shelf. Clean sweep, I think I said that. I'm also getting the number 99 randomly. So follow your intuition, as always. Wherever you're guided to clear, cleanse, release, purge, do that, okay? So that you can meet what is coming, fully present and ready to receive it. That leads me right into the theme of today's reading and the very first card, which is number 54, Briar. This is one of the main things that we all need to release so that we can be ready. This represents your protector part. It's a part of you that at one point served a purpose, obviously, or it never would have come into existence. It's a mechanism, a protective mechanism or a protective pattern that absolutely helped you, maybe even saved you at one point. But now it is not helpful or healthy anymore. In fact, it's holding you back. Okay? So you don't just get rid of a part of yourself. You heal it, you love it, and then it transforms itself. And that's what Spirit wants us to do. So this protector part of you, it's putting you in some kind of, or I should say it's keeping you in some kind of pattern that looks like you can only ever expand so much before you hit a wall. You can only ever experience so much growth, expansion, success, abundance, etc. before you hit a wall. And then you kind of collapse back in on yourself, because this protector part is like, no. It is not safe to go past this point. And I mean, objectively, that's a beautiful thing. It's just you trying to protect you. But now it's harming you because you are ready to go beyond that threshold. You are ready to receive more. You're ready to stop holding yourself back and share more of your essence. This protector part of you ultimately is just trying to protect your essence, your power, your passion, your creativity, your vulnerability, right? So there's, within all of this, there's a kind of invitation for you to, let's say, reframe how you define protection. Protection does not look like holding yourself back. Okay? What does it really mean to be protected? Does it look like playing small, not sharing your truth, not saying what you really think or feel, not being vulnerable? Is that what being protected really looks like? I would invite you to think about that for yourself. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Tell me more about this protector part, this briar patch, 555 on the timer. Yeah, it's time to disrupt this pattern. It can't come with you. Maybe this part of you just needs a new job, right? Because again, you don't want to attack this part and try to hack it off, right? That's not how you heal. Okay. So maybe this part of you just needs a new job. It needs a hug. I don't know. Distaff. This is like the Ace of Wands without the hand holding it. It's in you. This is your power, your passion, your fire, your life force energy. This is what your protector part is protecting. I feel like deep in a cave within you, this is just the imagery that's coming to me, in a cave within you, there lies a chest. It looks like a treasure chest. And inside of that chest is this, the essence of your power, the essence of your embodiment and your truth. But you keep this staff locked away in that chest in a cave. So it's time to look a little bit closer at what you're afraid will happen if you unleash this staff of power for all the world to see. What are you afraid will happen? It's time to start walking with that fear rather than running from it, okay? You're ready. You're ready. What would it look like for you specifically? What would it look like for you to be living and breathing every day fully in your power? That doesn't mean you're not afraid. Just in your power. Not hiding, not playing small, not holding back. So tell me a little bit more about how the collective can approach this protector part, this briar patch energy. Ooh, the moon. Yes, 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 yes. Softness. Feminine energy. Be in your feminine, okay? This is a calling for deep inner work. It's very personal, it's very intimate. Only you can do it. Spirit is saying, make sure you approach this protector part of you with supreme softness. I'm getting mother energy in your femininity. Also, the only way I feel to do this kind of powerful inner work is through your intuition. So, I would ask you, actually, this is super fun. This is like one of my favorite things to do. So, first things first, notice how this pattern is showing up for you, because it is a pattern. Okay, so again, maybe you notice that maybe you're an artist and you start sharing more and more of your art online, and you feel like you're on a roll with it, but then something happens and you hit a wall. Maybe somebody says something negative about your art. They're like, oh, this is stupid. I don't like it. Your art is dumb. Oh, that's it. Collapse back in. I'm never posting my artwork ever again. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to make art ever again, right? That's just an example. Notice the pattern. Notice how you hold yourself back, okay? And then, using your intuition, go into that part of you, that like knee-jerk reaction part of you that pulls you back, okay? Ask yourself questions like, if this part of me was a person, what would they look like? Young, old, male, female? Go into as much detail as you want. What would they look like? What do they look like? What are they saying? What position are they in? Are they standing or sitting? Do they have something to say, or are they not saying anything at all? Are they angry? What do they need? What do they want? You see how it just kind of, it's like a domino effect. You're being guided to do this kind of intuitive journey work with your own protector part so that it doesn't feel so alone and scared. Okay? Softness is the way. Love is the way. Love is what heals. Okay? Beautiful. I just looked at the bottom of the deck for fun. We've got number 3, the Oracle. You can do this intuitive work. You can. You're already intuitively connected. I feel like on some level you already know. You've identified this pattern within yourself. You know what I'm talking about. You can do this, okay? You can also feel what is coming on the other side of this healing, alchemical transformation, okay? I think there's bees in this image. There are some bees in her hand and around her face. So the energy of bee could be very important. Okay, let's go into tarot. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Where do we go from here? Is there anything else that you want the collective to know or do? Honestly, I have tried to film this reading so many times, and something has always come up to stop me. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe there's an energy around you that is trying to prevent your expansion. Well, maybe it's your protector part. Maybe it's a perfect analogy for what you're experiencing. Like, I've only gotten so far into the reading before a distraction comes up. There's a truck going by, or my phone starts malfunctioning. It's like, this is part of the message. It's all part of the message. What else does the collective need to know or do at this time? Nine of Pentacles. I feel first and foremost like Spirit wants you to appreciate just how far you've come and how much you have managed to accomplish, how much you've actually been able to build and achieve, considering that you have this pattern. It's incredible, okay? And it's almost like energetically on the, let's say, the etheric, maybe in your aura, however you want to think about it, energetically, you're already here. Maybe physically, you're mostly here. The Nine of Pentacles is about abundance, self-made abundance, physical pleasure, right? You're at a tipping point where it's almost like you're right on the edge of fully embodying the abundance that you're meant for, the abundance that is your birthright. It's so close. This process of alchemizing your inner protector part, I don't feel like it will be, if you approach it with this energy, I don't feel like it will be this long, arduous, drawn out thing. I'm getting chills all up the right side of my body. It's like all you need to do is just gently tip. Just tip, and you're right there in your abundance. What is the primary challenge? Tell me just a little bit more about the challenge that the collective is facing right now. I'm getting 222. I get 222 a lot in various readings of all kinds. Challenge. Oh, 10 of Wands. This is also the energy of being like at the end. You're right there on the tipping point. This is the end of a cycle. This is, these 10 wands are like the cobwebs that Spirit was showing me that need to be cleared out, right? I think on the other side of this healing inner work that you're going to do, you'll look back in retrospect and see just how heavy you felt. It's a burden. Holding yourself back is a burden. Living in fear of judgment is a burden. It's almost like this protector part within you, it thinks it's doing you a favor, because at one point it was, but it's so stuck in its own pattern, it can't see the self-destructiveness that it's causing or the heaviness that it's causing. It's kind of only in retrospect, once you're out of the pattern, that you're going to look back and be like, whew. I can't believe how heavy I felt, how weighed down I was for so long. And it was just me doing it to me, right? But on the other side of this, I think you're going to have a lot of reverence for your past self. Because again, you have come so far. You have evolved so much and expanded so much. It's incredible what you have done. And healing this part of you is just going to take everything to the next level, okay? So any final advice here before we get a journal prompt? Final advice for the collective. Queen of Wands. There's that Ace of Wands again that she's holding. I love it. I'm just hearing it's time to shine. It's time to shine. Okay. It's easy for me to say, just trust, right? Just trust that on the other side of unleashing your power and shining and just showing up and being willing to be in pain, like be willing to be judged, right? Or whatever it is that you're afraid will happen. It's easy for me to say, on the other side of just shining your light, everything's going to be amazing and you'll be so glad you did. That's the truth. But I know from where you are, that feels like a huge ask. Because I've been there. Tell me a little bit more about the Queen of Wands. How can the collective find the bravery to do this? Well, again, I mean, I've said this before in other readings. It's never about not being afraid. You're always going to be afraid here and there throughout life. It's learning how to walk with your fear. That's what being a king or queen is really all about. Learning how to walk with fear, how to navigate and engage with your fear rather than the fear stopping you. Ooh, 3 of Wands. That's a lot of wands. Look at the two of them looking at each other. Or he's looking at her anyway. I feel like Spirit wants you to intuitively, going back to the moon, intuitively connect in with the version of you who lives on the other side of this. You know how some people recommend guided meditations for connecting with your future self so that you can kind of like merge with it? It's like that. Feel into who you would be if you didn't have this protector part or this holding yourself back pattern. What would you do? How would you speak? What would you say? What would you wear? Where would you go? All of it. Just let it be very vivid. Let it intuitively come to you. And I feel like Spirit just wants you to get so connected to that version of you who energetically already exists that the connection will kind of act as like a bridge. And it'll be so exciting, you can't help but start moving in that direction, okay? While supporting and healing the fear of this protector part. All right, let's get a journal prompt from my deck. I'll have an update on this deck. I know you guys have been so patient. Trust me, I know. I have been working on getting this deck printed behind the scenes like nonstop. Okay, I promise. So I'll have an update on that really, really soon. I'll share it in the community tab, most likely. Journal prompt for the collective. Okay, yeah, it's perfect. Did this come up for Scorpio? No, I don't remember. Some astrology sign reading it came up for. Number 7, what emotion have you been suppressing the most lately and why? Well, to some extent, the emotions tied in with this protector part are suppressed, because there are times when you're suppressing your protector part, times when you're probably bulldozing it, right? Like trying to move past it, right? But then there's also the vulnerability that is being suppressed by the protector part. Just some things to think about. So answer this question for yourself, see where it takes you. Let's get a closing message from Alice the Wonderland Oracle. Closing message for the collective. I'm hearing we're in the home stretch, and it's not just relative to this reading, it's like part of the message. You're in the home stretch of something. These last few days of the year, I'm telling you, they're different. You're in the home stretch of becoming, well, who you were born to be. That's what I'm hearing. Seeing the color gold, or maybe just the stone, the mineral gold. Maybe working with the energy of gold will be very helpful. The card that just doesn't stop showing up. For multiple astrology signs as well as personal readings that I've given, this card just keeps coming up. Number 12, lead the way. Be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. When you heal and transform this pattern within yourself, you'll be in a place where you can help other people to do it too. You're going to be an example for other people of what's possible for them. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. In this card, Alice takes on a rather new role, that of a leader. She did, after all, create the problem that they're all experiencing, albeit accidentally. She is the one who thinks through what has happened and tries to calm the creatures about her, even though that doesn't always go right. And she is the one being who takes charge and leads them out of the pool of tears and onto land, just as you must do right now. There is an emotional situation about you, and it is affecting not only you, but other people too. And they're finding it hard to make their way back to steady ground. They're floundering amidst this sea of emotions with the present circumstances. It's up to you to lead them to shore, to bring them back to the land. Now this means you are to help everyone calm their emotions and come back to a more grounded, clear, and stable place. I feel like it's referring to the parts of you. Even if you have been very emotional yourself, it is time to show leadership, set for the shore, and help others make it there safely too. Show everyone how it's done. Demonstrate what is best to do. Help those who, like you once were, are overwhelmed by their feelings. All you need to do is show them a way. It's time to step into a leadership role. There's so many things I could say about this. You know, you are, in reality, the totality of many, many, many countless parts. Ultimately, who you are is witness consciousness. And that consciousness is the ultimate leadership energy. So be the leader of your own internal parts, right? By connecting through love with the parts of you that are afraid, with the parts of you that are desperate to be unleashed, all of it, all of it. You can lead your own internal parts to a state of greater harmony through your awareness, through your love and your understanding, okay? Okay. All right, everyone, I hope this was helpful, or at least thought-provoking. As always, I will put this journal prompt in the description box along with several others, so be sure to check those out. They will just help you to process everything and take your inner work a little bit deeper. Thank you all so much for an incredible, incredible, transformative year. I am so excited for 2025. I love you all. Thank you for being here with me. And Happy New Year. Bye.